Not only a force in the ring, as we saw right there, but in life, stunning the world, his passion, his way with words, never failing to deliver a punch or a punch line. We're going to speak to two people who knew him well in a moment, but first, ABC's David Wright has some of his greatest and most poetic hits.
I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.
He was poetry in motion.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Nobody ever so fast on his feet.
Too much speed, boy. Too fast. Too fast.
So quick with a comeback.
You're being extremely truculent. Whatever truculent means, if that's good, I'm that.
His dominance complete. He made sure the whole world had a ringside seat.
I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
The Louisville Lip, his words packed a punch.
It will be a killer and a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila.
I don't care how small the ring is, I'll fight that chump in a telephone booth.
Telling all his opponents,
I'm hollering loud because I can back up every word. And I'll whoop any man in the world, and I want everybody out there on TV to know it.
he'd eat them for lunch.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago, Cash. Ain't he ugly? He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
If you think the world was surprised when Nixon resigned, wait till I kick Fulham's behind.
Muhammad Ali loved talking smack.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
He was trying to psych me out. I was every name in the book. I mean, I was this, I was that, you know, and I said, wow.
All of it, just part of his plan of attack.
Clay comes out to meet Liston, and Liston starts to retreat. If Liston goes back and is farther, he'll end up in the ringside seat.
For Good Morning America, David Wright, ABC News, San Francisco.
Thanks to David. And joining us now from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the only 5-time heavyweight champion in boxing history, Evander Holyfield, and from Stamford, Connecticut, ESPN commentator Jeremy Schaap, who spent time with Ollie, especially with his dad, Dick Schaap. Good morning to you all. And Evander, I know that Ollie inspired you well before you stepped into the ring when you were a child. Tell us about that.
You know, when I was 8 years old, I was told that I could be like Ali, and that's how things started with my boxing relationship.
And what kind of impact did you see Ollie have through the years?
Well, you know, he's a man that had confidence. He speak, and he was able to back up everything that he spoke about, and which gave me courage to move up and try to be a champion like he was.
And to stand up for yourself, that's something that he taught all of us to do. Jeremy, there have been many superstars. I mean, Evander Holyfield, as we said, only 5-time heavyweight champ. You talk about Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, the names go on and on and on. But Ali, the global impact that he had, how did that happen, Jeremy?
Well, Robin, from the very beginning, he was popular beyond these shores. Just a couple of days after he won the World Heavyweight Championship in February 1964, defeating Sonny Liston in that huge upset, he went to Africa, he went to Ghana, he went to Nigeria, he went to Egypt. He laid the foundation then for his global popularity. He identified himself as African. He stood in opposition to the U.S. government, at least in terms of the Vietnam War. That gave him credibility, that gave him legitimacy in parts of the world, and he quite literally took the World Heavyweight Championship around the world and made it global. He fought in Zaire, he fought in Zurich, he fought in Kuala Lumpur, he fought in Manila. He put the world in the World Heavyweight Championship to an extent that no one else had ever done before.
And Jeremy, something else that we had never seen before, he was a self-promoter. I mean, now today's athletes try, but he was the first back in the 60s and 70s.
And he was brash from the beginning, and he liked self-promotion. He liked to tell everybody, obviously, how great he was and how pretty he was. But he learned that at the very beginning from the wrestler Gorgeous George. He was doing a radio appearance in Las Vegas early in his career, and he was being typically Cassius Clay at that time, brash. But he didn't understand until he heard Gorgeous George talk about how he was going to kill his next opponent. He was going to murder him. He was going to massacre him. He was the prettiest and the best of all time. He said, I'm going to incorporate that into my act. And, of course, no one ever did it better than Ali, although there were many things he did that made him less popular, of course, which included refusing induction into the armed services.
All of that. That was all of Muhammad Ali. Evander, we spoke with Layla Ali in the first half hour, and we talked about the '96 Olympics and her dad being there. Atlanta is your hometown. Many thought that you were going to be the one. You even thought that. It was a big secret, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely a big secret, but I guess the most important thing when I found out it was Ali, I knew that was the passing of the torch, because it was unbelievable all the work that he had done.
Yeah, it was very, very deserving. It certainly was. And, Jeremy, let me end with you. I've had the privilege of working with your father, Dick Schaap, and I know that you and he spent some time with Ali. What is your favorite Muhammad Ali story, Jeremy?
Robin, I think back to 1995, and Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson were fighting for the second time, and my father and I were with Ali at a party watching the fight. And this was the early days of women's boxing, and there were some women fighting on the undercard, and my father turned to Ali and he said, Champ, what do you think of this? What do you think of women fighting? And Ali, whose voice by that time had turned raspy, but he was still so quick-witted, he turned to us and he said, I only like it when they're fighting over me.
That sounds the stories go on and on.
Nobody else could come up with that.
No, you even got a smile out of Evander Holyfield with that one. Hey, Jeremy Schaap, Evander, thank you both so very, very much. All the best going forward. Thank you.